Welcome to another edition of the PaynePoints of Interest podcast. I'm Sarah Harbuck, and Mike Payne is here with me, and we are going to answer a question from Cheesecake Party on Reddit. When it comes to marketing, what are your biggest struggles? Is it trying to find out how to improve your conversions? Is it making the choice of the agency to hire, et cetera, et cetera? Shortest question I think we've ever had. Marketing, man, Mike, that's such a broad topic for a short 10-minute discussion, but maybe you can summarize something for us.
Yeah. So I guess I can take them from my perspective. What are the biggest struggles that I seem to face right now? I think the biggest struggle that I have is really identifying and connecting with my target market. That is a core piece of marketing is to know who you're talking to and how to connect with them. And I can imagine that's a struggle for a lot of people. Really what it boils down to is gaining a proper direction and focus. When you have a good direction and focus, I think that will help you much more easily identify a target market and then speak to them in a way that they can understand. Any thoughts from you on the struggles that you've seen from your side of it, Sarah?
I mean, I think you have to, like you said, you have to know who your client is or your customer, and you have to know where your business or your product or service is really going to ping. It's really going to pop. If you're a visual-based business like a photographer or a videographer, there are several different social media options you can use that really kind of get your product out there. If you're more of a service-based industry, Facebook is still probably the best option you have. If you're more in the tech world or in business that's more, corporate-minded, LinkedIn is definitely a place where you're going to find more connections. When you're marketing your business, I think the struggle for everyone is content, really, because not everybody is a visually stimulated, they have visual stimuli to bring you in. So creating content for your marketing, I think, is really what I have seen the biggest struggle for most people. They don't really know where to start or what to do or how to utilize what they may already have, and, pointing people in the direction they need to go in order to do that, I think is important. I've done this for several businesses now, and I'm very picture oriented, obviously, as a photographer. So my goal with any business I try to help with their social media marketing is visual. But with PaynePoints, we've done something that it kind of incorporates picture and text to kind of get the point across. So you kind of just have to know what your business is and who your client or market would be and which platform is going to best help you get that message out there. And in addition to creating the content, which to me I think is the biggest hurdle people have to jump.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, and I think that kind of lends into this second question of finding out how to improve your conversions. I think that a lot of people in small business don't necessarily even think about conversions.
Yeah.
And conversion is probably the most important aspect of marketing, is that once people have seen your ads, once they've seen what you're speaking to them, how does that translate into money? How are you monetizing it? Anybody who sees your ad that monetized, that pays you money, is now monetized. So one of the comments, the only comment below, was talking about struggling with the idea that on Google ads or Facebook, you can see how many people clicked or called your phone or sent you an email from your advertisement, but you don't necessarily see your sales spike. And there is a disconnect here that I've actually spoken with a lot of small business owners about, which is people may start coming to your business and you may see more traffic, but you still don't know where the traffic is coming from. Because even if you ask the customer, they're like, "Oh, I heard about you somewhere."
Yeah.
They don't tell you, "I heard about you." They say, "I heard about you on the internet."
Yeah.
Well, was that Google? Was that Instagram? Was that Facebook? They don't know. They barely remember. They just remember your name. And that's what's important. That's how you know your advertising is working. That they remembered who you are and what your name was, so that when the need came up, they came to you. But it does not help with understanding whether a conversion came from which platform it came from, which is where to put more money into. So, trying to get a handle on that is a full-time job in and of itself.
Yeah, and for some people, hiring someone who specializes in that is the way to go, because that whole aspect of it kind of really does need somebody who's not necessarily an expert, but definitely knows their way around. The average Joe running their business is probably not going to know a lot about conversions and marketing to the same level as somebody who specializes in it. So, or has way more experience. And that would be my advice to anybody who's just really struggling, because you can have the best marketing campaign in the world, but if it's not translating into dollars for your business, whether it be clients coming in or products being sold or services being hired, then you're missing the mark. And sometimes a very skilled team of people who you can hire to help you with that will get you on track and get you, where you need to go. And there's a lot of different options out there. There's so many different avenues for marketing. We've talked about 3 or 4 of them just in this, short little discussion, and, could probably talk an hour on all the rest. But content and knowing who you're marketing to, and knowing that your marketing is translating into something profitable for you or monetary for you, I think are the 3 big things that people need to be aware of.
Absolutely. I agree.
All right. Well, that's all we got for today. Join us on any of our social media to continue the discussion, or give your thoughts on what your experience has been in marketing and social media. You can find us at www.PaynePoints.com. You can find us on Facebook or LinkedIn at PaynePoints, at Instagram at Payne.points, and Twitter at PointsPayne. So shoot us a text or a message of any kind and let us know what you think. And join us tomorrow for the next topic.